welcome. We've got our April 11th, which is Saturday of 2020, your workout for at home. We've got our warm-up over here on this side, and then we'll get to the workout here in the next video. You might even already be able to see it a little bit, but our warm-up will consist of 25 high knees, 25 butt kickers, 3 walkouts. Each walkout will have 3 squats at each one of those walkouts. A different stance with our feet is fine, but the squats are more or less to warm up. We're not trying to speed through, we're warming up, we're stretching out. 10 scorpions, 10 supine crosses. Mike will be showing you what those are here in just a second. And then about 30 seconds or so of an elbow to instep stretch on each side. We'll drop down into 5 or 45 seconds of a lat, tricep, and a bicep, or a front part of your shoulder kind of stretch as we go through. But to put a little more visual on what those things are, Mike's gonna start off. Running would be optimal if you have the ability to run around, maybe you can do that, but throwing in these high knees and butt kickers, they can be done in place, about 25 high knees, trying to get your knees up to about the level of your hips without just completely leaning back and all that stuff. With the butt kickers, trying to stand nice and upright, don't let yourself lean way over, and you're trying to get that movement, get some blood flowing, get the hips starting to warm up. And then with the walkouts, there's just 3 of them, so take a little time. Mix your stance up from wide to narrow or vice versa. And then when he gets done with all of his walkouts, you don't have to do a push-up, nothing like that, but at the top, he's gonna do 3 squats. Make sure he's getting full depth, make sure he's trying to think about getting a little deeper in each squat, and then he'll adjust his stance, do a couple more of those. The scorpions, hands are out to our sides, you're gluing your hands, shoulders, all to the ground. Try not to let those leave as you get as much movement through the thoracic spine. You wanna get that heel close to the hand if you can, but without peeling your entire upper body up off the ground. So after the scorpion's there, he's gonna flip around, lay on his back, still keep his arms to the ground. So the hands to the ground, elbows, shoulders, all the way through that upper back. And now he's gonna keep one leg straight at a time, and he's gonna cross from one side of his body to the other. He's gonna do all this while trying to keep his heel as stacked over his hips as possible, with as little bend in his knee as possible. So he's feeling a stretch on the outside of that leg, IT band glutes when he's crossing his body, and when he's opening up, he's getting some of those muscles on the inside. 5 on each side, straight leg, as close as we can get to the ground on either side. After that, we can go ahead and get into an elbow to instep. And this can kind of look a little different from person to person, but thinking about some of the things that we have in our workout, we've got overhead squats, we've got jump tucks, leg raises, so hips, any of these muscles in here that are gonna be doing lots of work here in a few minutes. Make sure we're opening up and listening to your body, how it feels. Elbow to instep, that'll lead you right into this. You see lat, tricep, bicep, it really should be front part of your shoulder / bicep, whatever, but you're gonna spend about 45 seconds going through and accentuating what feels like it's helping you the most. So lat stretches, arms straight out across the body, thumb to the ceiling. He's feeling that stretch down the side of his body, opening up that good position for overhead squats, for these swings and stuff. The tricep, we get a little more stretch there when we bend the elbow. We take that lat out of the equation a little more, and now he's working a lot more of the upper part of his arm from elbow to shoulder. The bicep, or the front part of our shoulder, depending on how tight you are, what kind of mobility you have. Another way we can help this is he can look away from that arm. He looks the opposite way that he's got the arm out to the side, and he's looking for a big stretch across the front part of his shoulder, into that bicep tendon, maybe even the pec a little bit, but a lot of things that are gonna limit you from a good overhead position happen right there in that area. So if that seems like it was good when you get through, continue on. If you're following along with one of the Zoom classes, we'll hopefully keep you running along, but see you on the 11th.